What's going on, everybody? Leo Cannell here, Seven Figures Club podcast. Today's topic, my friends, why expertise and online courses lead to the Seven Figures Club, how you can create a workshop, masterclass, or challenge, learn how to make an amazing offer, and then create a simple to follow yet powerful online course, and your odds of joining the Seven Figures Club go way up. So let's get started. There are over 32 million businesses in the U.S., and over 90% of them will never break seven figures in annual sales. So how do we as entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs break into that seven figures club? This podcast will relentlessly share the secrets, strategies, and tactics I've used to create 3 multi-seven figures businesses and bring in even more successful entrepreneurs than me to share their inspirational stories and tactics to success. You can create your dream business and life right now. So buckle up and let's go. All right. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, a great week, a very, game changer type month, and that 2021 is, on a course to become your year. As always, it's important to, keep everything in balance. Sometimes if you're working 60, 70, 80-hour work weeks, it's good to take a day off in between there. So yesterday I took my 17-year-old son Lucas snowboarding. Beautiful Brighton ski resort here in Utah. It's about a half hour away from the Salt Lake International Airport. Beautiful day. Actually, it was a blizzard the entire time. It was snowing and blowing. There was incredible wind, and the gusts were kind of tossing the lift chairs to and fro. So as you're going up the steep mountain incline to get to the top of the mountain and snowboard down as we were doing, it did get a little bit cold. I haven't been in that powerful blizzard in a while, but it wasn't so terrible that you didn't have a great time. The bad time was going up the lift when it was cold and windy and snowing in your face. So cold that you wouldn't dare take your phone out and take a look at what's going on with your phone, which maybe that's not a bad thing. And then we get up and there was so much new snow as it was coming down that there was a lot of fresh powder, and so it made it fun. And we were doing some exploring and going over some new jumps and crashing and sometimes landing, and it was fun. It was a great day. So make sure you guys are taking some time, and it's a great time to sort of recharge the batteries. I'm here to the office early today and ready to have an amazing day. Today's topic, a very good topic. Again, the purpose of this podcast is how can I share tools and valuables to create a business that generates seven or multiple seven figures of income every single year in an annual calendar year. And one of the keys that I've seen to doing that, as my last couple businesses have each generated multiple seven figures of income and done it on an annual basis, is you have to reach a certain level of expertise. And the cool thing is, as long as you're in kind of one of three spaces, like Russell Brunson talks about. He talks about most products that are sold online that do well are in one of three categories. It's either health, wealth, or relationships. And so obviously where I'm in the business funding space and teaching other people how to become business funding loan brokers and be able to participate in the seven figures funding marketplace. Like, that's my area, that's my category of expertise. And so, a lot of time has been put into books. It's been search, it's been research, it's been learning and testing and trialing and creating this marketplace of funding programs and understanding all the nuances and different aspects, whether there's a new startup that needs funding, an established business, all of the industries, which lenders, which funding sources like certain industries, and then understanding how to condense that into a simple to understand and easy format so that my clients can see that this is the best funding product for them and have confidence to be able to take that money and grow and expand their business. So as you gain this level of expertise in whatever field that you're in, and if you want to join the business funding space, it's a great space, does well in bad times and good times, and there's immense opportunity, especially in in funding startups and getting them debt funding, most people think, oh, startups, automatically you're getting startup funding capital from a venture capital firm or SBA loan from the bank. And, venture capital's maybe 1, at most 2%, probably closer to 1% of new businesses, and SBA maybe a small percentage. 95% of businesses don't get any money to start their business from SBA, from venture capital, and even crowdfunding sources are only 1 or 2% as well. And so that's where our marketplace has been able to make a really big difference. And it's been awesome to be able to help thousands of people secure funding for their business and watch them create jobs. And just a very satisfying, feel like you're making a really positive impact on the world. So that said, in whatever field or category you're in, hopefully you're choosing something in one of those 3 categories, and you're becoming an expert, and not just in that niche, but in a sub-niche, right? In the world of finances and wealth, my niche is business funding, and then even further down, it's getting financing, revolving credit lines, no collateral loans for new startups, help people save money and pay off high expensive credit card balances. That's the category that I dominate in, and so it's a sub-niche and a sub-niche. And the riches are in the niches, as Russell Brunson, often says. So that being the case, you choose your area of expertise, and then if you can create an online course that builds value, that teaches someone something valuable that they didn't know, that solves a problem for them, then that is one of the quickest ways and paths to, creating kind of a 7 figures business and joining that 7 figures club, which is again the purpose of this podcast, right? And so you usually start off and you actually see these. And so instead of just being a consumer scrolling through your Facebook and your Instagram and your other feeds, LinkedIn, start becoming a creator and learning by the processes that you see. If people are spending money advertising online, it's probably because they're making money with it, especially if you see it over a prolonged period of time. And so start to pay attention. You'll see master classes being advertised. You'll see workshops. You'll see challenges. It seems like those are kind of the 3 main titles that I see. And so you want to create a workshop. And your workshop should be in a sales format. And one of the best ways to learn sales format is to read Russell Brunson's book, .com Secrets. Boy, this podcast turning into a Russell Brunson podcast, which usually it's not. But when you're starting to talk about sales funnels and marketing, that's what ClickFunnels, his product does so well at ClickFunnels.com. And as we've built out our sales funnel for our funding partner program and creating a very valuable workshop, there's different formats, right? You can start out in a webinar format. So I started out our funding partner program in a webinar format and gradually expanded to where we were spending $8,000, $9,000 a month in Facebook ads, and then we were covering that cost. And for our business, it was truly awesome because then these people would come in. A lot of them already worked with business owners. We would train them up on to help them, and then we created a software for them to easily submit their clients to us so we could get them funded and get them paid a commission for sending them in. And it was just this win-win relationship. But our webinar format, almost broke even, didn't quite break even. And that webinar format started, I think, in May of 2020 and ran it to about October of 2020. And then I launched a new funnel, a new sales funnel where basically people could get in for a little cheaper, test drive it for $1 for a few days, and then $97 a month, cancel anytime, no contract. And then there was an opportunity to really, double the commissions that they earn and become an executive partner and get more advanced weekly training. And that upgrade, was about $997 and just a very valuable upgrade for the lifetime value you're going to get as an executive partner in our program. And so you create these workshops, you create a sales funnel where you bring them in, and as Russell says, you start off with a hook, and then of course you have a story and your story, right? Because as you become an expert in whatever topic field you want to dominate, you go through this process, and then you have this big aha moment, and you realize how big of a solution this is for the problem that your expertise is solving. and now you can go ahead and help other people with it and make an offer. And so for me, it was, going through the process of trying to fund my own businesses over a decade ago and seeing how difficult that was. I remember the first business I launched was back in 2005, 16 years ago, and I was trying to get about $40,000 in funding in order to launch that business, and it was crazy because what I had to do was my wife and I had bought this home, and we thought we were so cool because we were 24 years old, and we bought this 4,000 square foot home in a really nice area in South Salt Lake County in Utah. And it's on this street called Wasatch Boulevard. There's lots of $1 million homes on it. And this home was in foreclosure. We bought it for $250,000. And then we needed a bunch of money in order to fix it up. We went through, some of my funding processes that I was developing, got lines of credit for $50,000, made the improvements. And then the house was worth, a lot more than what we owed on it. And so I'm like, great, I need to start this business. I'm going to get a home equity line of credit. I get the home equity line of credit, and as we're about to fund, they're like, oh, by the way, you're going to use the home equity line of credit to pay off all your debts except for your mortgage. And I'm like, wait, what? And so that's what I ended up having to do. And so then I actually didn't have any money to start the business. But then I realized, I've got these 2 cars that I just paid off that are worth about $20,000 each. Went into my credit union, got loans, got $40,000 cash, started a business that made multiple 7 figures of income. And so that was when I kind of went through and started to realize, boy, this is valuable to be able to teach people and do the work and get money for their business. And what if I could help lots of people doing it? And so that was my big aha moment. That was a solution that I created for myself. And now I was able to go through and show other business owners how to do that and help them get money to start their business. And this whole business model of helping, new businesses get funding and started was born. And now I'm sharing that as, hey, you can actually be a funding partner affiliate. My team will do the work. We've got the software. We've got the technology to make this a simple process. You just follow my proven marketing methods and bring people in, and together we make money and win together. And so that's kind of how we've created this this brand, this expertise with 7 Figures Funding. And whatever category or niche or industry or profession that you're in, there's expertise that you gain after time. You solve a big problem. And for you and I, we're like, well, I didn't think it was really that unbelievable. It was cool, and I'm very happy about it. But, how many people would really care about it? And that's where you don't understand that for you, you've been in the trenches learning how to create this amazing, product solution system. And if you taught other people about it, they would be very blown away by it, because for them it's a foreign language. It's like learning, Mandarin Chinese, and there's just so much that they don't know and that you do know, and your level of expertise creates enormous value. And so as you become that expert, you create a workshop, masterclass, or do it in, these 3, 5, 7 day challenges. Now you start to realize you actually have something valuable, and you get it out to the market, and you get the feedback that yes, it's valuable, and you make a great offer. And it needs to be a really sexy offer, an offer that is, as they would say in The Godfather, it's an offer that they can't refuse because it's so good that they've got to take action with it. And then you create that simple yet powerful online course. And when you create an online course, the challenge is always to try and keep it as interesting and fascinating as possible so that people don't zone out and not find value in it. But at the end of the day, still, you've got to go through all the details. You've got to make it a step-by-step process, and then you've got to deliver in your online course. And if you can create a private Facebook group out of it, if you can have ongoing weekly or monthly or bi-weekly training, like all of these things are going to create a lot of value with what you're doing in your space. And so that, my friends, is kind of the topic of the day. Become an expert, create an online course, and then, as you create the course, you have a workshop or a master class, which is where you show the value, You hook them in with why it's interesting, fascinating. You tell your story, and then it's all about them and how they can benefit and how they can do it and how your training and your tools are going to make it that much easier for them to succeed in the space. And you create that amazing offer, and then you deliver and create the online course. And there's a lot of different places where you can put your online course. You've got Kajabi, which I like. ClickFunnels has their version. I like Kajabi's better. You've got Thinkific is another one that's making a lot of noise in the space. And these online course platforms make it very easy for you to be able to create the content and upload your videos and your PDF files and create a beautiful online course and have a great platform to present it and do it professionally. And then, of course, you can create business social media pages around it. And right now, there's just no doubt that Facebook still presents the best opportunity for you to be able to generate a lot of leads, a lot of clients, customers with an online course. And YouTube, I think, is coming in at a strong second. Instagram's kind of connected up with Facebook. It's all together. And depending on if you've got kind of a business-to-business offer or something, there's opportunities with LinkedIn, but it's a little bit different and much more expensive platform to advertise on. But that, my friends, is what I wanted to share with you today, why expertise and creating online courses lead to a seven figures club, seven figures annual income business. And there's so much content and tools around how to do this. Again, RussellBrunson's.com Secrets is a book that you should read. And then he's got Expert Secrets, and then he's got Traffic Secrets. I've read all three books multiple times, the first two. And it's always a great way to be able to present things. But understand, like, the step-by-step stuff that he has in those books, you're probably going to have to tweak things and do it a little different depending on the niche that you're in. And so don't get stuck that you've got to fit exactly in his box. Think outside the box, create your own solutions, but create an online course. And before you do that, of course, you've got to become an expert in creating a solution to a problem that a decent amount of people are facing. And again, it might not seem like a great solution for, since you've been in the trenches building it out, but trust me, the thousands of people out there who are going up against the same problem and would love to just pay $1,000 to go through your course and learn how to overcome that problem. There's a lot out there that would love to be able to do that. And so it's on you. It's on you to create that valuable course and a workshop and a master class and teach people, what you've been able to do. And while you might not think it's unbelievable, for them facing the problem, it is pretty amazing. So take action. Join the Seven Figures Club by, earning expertise and creating an online course. If you want to be part of something more turnkey that's already put together in a proven industry that's recession-proof, you can, of course, go to biz5freedom.com and check out our funding partner program for $1 and see if that's something that would be a good fit for you as well. So have an amazing day. Have a productive week. God bless you. God bless your family. And we'll see you next time on the Seven Figures Club podcast. Are you looking for more seven-figure secrets, content, or even how you can launch your own recession-proof business? Then check out 7figures.com. That's the digit 7, FIGURES.com, where we share more videos, stories, strategies, funding solutions, entrepreneurial education, and even the secret business type that's recession-proof. Thank you for listening, and if you're finding value in our podcast, please give us a 5-star and invite others to join the club.